Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the class. We are doing the chapter Markets Around Us, and now we are in the last segment of the chapter. So, this is Markets and Equality. Okay, so as we have discussed, that there are different types of markets like weekly market, then there are shopping complexes. There the shopkeeper who is there in the weekly market and the shopkeeper who is there in the shopping complex, there is a huge difference between these two, because we see that the shopkeeper who is in the weekly market is a small trader. Why we call him a small trader? Because he is dealing with little amount of money, because he require little amount of money to run the shop. He is not having any permanent shop. He don't need to pay any kind of electricity bill. He don't need any staff in order to do the work. So he is a small dealer. He need small amount of money. Whereas if we consider the shopkeeper in the shopping complexes, we find that they have to spend a lot of money in order to set up the shop, because they have to, either they will purchase the shop in the shopping complex or mall, or they will take it on rent. So a huge amount is required in order to purchase, or if it is given as rent on a monthly basis, that is also a very huge amount. Not only this, they also have to pay the electricity bill. They also have to pay the taxes. They also have to hire so many staff members in order to do the work, and they have to give salary to the staff also. So in this way we find that the shopkeepers in the shopping complex are big traders, because they deal with a large amount of money. Similarly, if there is difference between the shopkeepers, there is also difference between the consumers also. Okay, shopkeeper or trader. इनमें difference है, we have seen, and there is difference between buyer और कंज्यूमर. बायर को ही हम कंज्यूमर कहते हैं, जो कंज्यूम करता है ना. Okay, so what we find that this there is difference in the buyer or consumer also. There are many people who are not able to afford the cheapest of the goods, and we know there are many poor people in our country who are not able to fulfill the basic needs of their life. The thing which is a person, देखो कोई चीज़ चीप होती है या कॉस्टली होती है, दैट इज़ अ कंपैरेटिव थिंग. लाइक एक रिच पर्सन के लिए वही चीज़ बहुत सस्ती होगी, बट एक पुअर इंसान के लिए वही चीज़ बहुत कॉस्टली होगी, है ना. सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट. तो देर आर पीपल इन आवर सोसाइटी who are not even able to fulfill the basic needs of their life, who are not even able to purchase the cheapest of the goods, while at the same time there are people, you can see it very well whenever you go to the mall. You can see that there are so many people who are very much busy with doing shopping in the malls. They are purchasing such expensive items from the malls, from the shopping complexes. So we see that in market there exists inequality. There is lack of equality in the market in both respect. The shopkeeper or trader, they are also unequal. The buyer or consumer, they are also unequal. So we can be buyer, we can be seller in the market, and it depends ki what kind of seller we will be or what kind of buyer will be. It depends totally on the money that we have. If we are having more money, and if I am a shopkeeper, then I will be a big trader or big shopkeeper. If I am a consumer and I am a rich person, then I will I will purchase things from shopping complexes or malls. So it depends on the amount of money we have. Okay, and and we have also seen there is a chain of market. The things, the goods are produced somewhere else and they reaches somewhere else through chain of market, and when they reaches in the shop, then only we purchase it. And when we purchase it, what happens? Demand increases, you know, because yes, the goods are reaching the shops and the people are purchasing that good. Then what will happen? That it encourages production, means there is need to produce more and more. So the factory owners, the farmers, they start producing more. So these create new opportunities for people to earn, because when the production will be done, it will generate new employment opportunities. It will generate new opportunities to earn money. Okay, but in this regard also we find that uh, this kind of opportunity is not always equal. We see that there is high level of inequality of opportunity in the market. So our next chapter is also connected with this only, how the journey of a shirt from the farmer to uh, to the consumer. In this you will understand how what kind of inequality is really existing in our market. So it's a very interesting chapter. The second chapter is next chapter is okay. So we have completed this chapter and now we will be doing some extra questions from this chapter. The questions which are given at the end of the chapter, their answers will be provided to you through your assignment in Microsoft Teams. Okay, and today we will be doing some extra questions. Only questions will be discussed. I will tell you the answer, you have to write the answers. Okay, so I'll start with the extra questions. The first question is, what do you mean by market? Okay, market से आप क्या मीन करते हो? This is your question, and the answer is market is a place where goods and services are sold and purchased. Okay, I'm repeating the answer. Market is a place where goods and services are sold and purchased. Okay. mention different types of markets. So as we have discussed, there are so many different types of market. You will write the answer that these are the different types of market. डैश करके आप लिखोगे फर्स्ट वीकली मार्केट, देन सेकेंड में आप लिखोगे फर्स्ट वीकली मार्केट, सेकेंड शॉप्स इन द नेबरहुड, shops in the neighborhood. Then in third point you will give this shopping complexes and malls. These are the three different types of market. Okay, and now we have another question. The question is write important features of weekly market. As I told you earlier also, features का क्या मतलब होता है? What do we mean by features? Features मतलब उसकी क्या बातें हैं, उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए. How you can डिफाइन वीकली मार्केट, उसके जो इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स हैं उसको आपको बताना है. इसे को हम फीचर्स कहते हैं. वो कैसा है उसके बारे में आपको बताना है. तो यू ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट इन सोशल साइंस यू आर राइटिंग ऑल्सो, सम ऑफ यू, but some of you are not writing. Always write your answers in points, है ना. Whenever you write the answer, always try to write the answers in points, because when you write in points, when whoever is correcting the copy, your answer sheet will be it becomes very clear to the examiner, and it is a very neat work if you write in points, and there will be probability of getting good marks if you write in points. Okay, so always try to write answers, always write answers in points. Okay, so weekly market के जो features आपको लिखना है, तो you have to write in points. You can write the first point, that a weekly market is held on a specific day of the week. Okay, a weekly market is held on a specific day of the week. Second point, weekly markets do not have permanent shops. Weekly markets do not have permanent shops. Third point, many things in weekly markets are available at cheaper rate. Many things in weekly markets are available at cheaper rates. Then fourth point is most of the things that we need are available at one place in the weekly market. Most of the things that we need are available at one place in the weekly market. So these are the four important features of weekly market. Okay, आपने लिख लिया ये चारों पॉइंट. एंड नाउ we have next question, and the question is, why are goods So the question is, why are goods available in weekly market at cheaper rates? So you will write the answer that goods are available in weekly market at cheaper rate because of following reason. The first is the 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 shopkeepers in the weekly market the shopkeepers in the weekly market do not have a permanent shop. The shopkeepers in the weekly market do not have the permanent shop, so so they do not have to pay they do not have to pay any rent, comma, electricity and fees to the government. Okay, so they don't have to pay any rent, comma, electricity and fees to the government. Then second point, you will write that the shopkeeper in the weekly market are helped by their family members and they do not need to hire workers. Okay, these are the 2 points. And then in the third point you will write that weekly market in the weekly market. Then the third point is there is competition among the shopkeepers in the weekly market. So people get things, people get goods at the cheaper rate. Okay, these are the 3 points. And now we have a next question. In the next question we will do, what are the features of what are the features of the shops in the neighborhood. So you will write the following are the feature of the shops in the neighborhood. First is many many shops many shops in the neighborhood are permanent. Many shops in the neighborhood are permanent while others are roadside stalls. While others are roadside stalls. Then the second point, these shops are near our home. These shops are near our home and we can go there on any day of the week. These shops are near our home and we can go there on any day of the week. Then the third point is usually the buyer and seller know each other. The buyer and seller know each other and these shops also provide goods on credit. And these shops also provide goods on credit. Okay, so these are the important features of this shop in the neighborhood. And now we will do the next question. Write the important features of shopping complexes and malls. What are the important features of So we will do the answer of this question in the next class. Okay, we will continue with this the answer of this question only in the next class.